SWAC Smoke on the mic, yeah, we bring the flame. Thursday nights, it's a vibe, y'all gon' know the name. C. Wells, Jamie G. Jerome, DJ 2. Facts and flavor mix, that's how the crew do. Catch us live, hit that like, don't be shy. Talking SWAC, y'all, with the jokes that fly. We ain't ducking no smoke, see us holding rank. Discussion, sharp enough to make a ship sink. We got stats, we got smack all rolled in one. SWAC talk like the smoke from a loaded gun. Y'all tune in every week, it's a new vibe. Opinions clash like titans, watch the sparks collide. Here for the teams, for the sports, for the jokes you need. Cut through the noise, watch SWAC Smoke's gonna lead. No fakes, no chill, bring the truth you seek. Every Thursday night, yeah, we running the streak. Catch us live, hit that like, don't be shy. Talking SWAC, y'all, with the jokes that fly. We ain't ducking no smoke, see us holding rank. Discussion, sharp enough to make a ship sink. From the court to the field, we dissect the play. Breaking down the wins and losses of the day. A different crew, but the unity's tight. Facts mixed with the laughs, got you feeling alright.
What's going on, everybody, man? How y'all doing? Welcome to another edition of SWAC Smoke, episode number 209. As we make our way to the start of the season, we are basically, technically not quite, but technically yes, we are in game week. MEAC SWAC Challenge is right around the corner, so we're gonna treat this like game week, man. I know we got a show before that, but we're gonna treat it like game week. And I'm excited. I hope everybody else excited. We're gonna have us a good time chopping it up. Got Mr. Rattler Mania in the house, Mr. Dark Cloud Defense. What's going on, Jerome? What's happening with you?
What's up, man? Doing good. Another week countdown, getting closer and closer to the start of the season. I can't wait. Looking forward to next weekend when Southern kick it off in the MEAC SWAC Challenge, or however you say it.
Yeah, it's right around the corner, man. And like I said, I had an opportunity to go up and see a little something on Saturday. So we'll talk about a little bit of this, a little bit of that. We're gonna go over our predicted win totals for everybody, and we're gonna talk about a couple other things because it's been an eventful week, and so I got a couple things that I definitely want to share a little bit later in the show, and we're gonna have us a good time. So let's start with a little bit of camp reports. You heard anything from the Rattlers so far?
The Rattlers, from what I heard, looking good in camp. They say they are sharp. The QB competition, I think, is just narrowed down between three guys now, from what I was hearing. But they still haven't really named the quarterback. But they say things look good. We look good. Defense is flying around. I heard that Big Bad Thad Franklin has slimmed down. Not necessarily lost weight or anything, but his body looks different, So I've been hearing some good things.
Hey, guys coming in better shape is always, that's always a good mark of a good strength and conditioning, man. And guys who taking the off season serious. So that's an opportunity for a guy to maybe take that next step. And so. Right. I like to hear that kind of stuff, man. I like to hear guys working hard and trying to, better themselves and better the team, man. It's all about development. So I think we're gonna have some eyes out on the Rattlers and seeing what they're doing, man. It's always I always like to get things from the source, man.
Hey,
so
I heard from our offensive line coach. I like that cat. He makes me feel positive going into the season. He a real rah kind of guy. He kind of remind me of Odoms. You know what I mean? He seems he'd light a fire up under you. He got that kind of personality.
them kind of guys, man, they it don't matter what it is, they can get you in that zone. Like, man, I remember we was at a recruiting function, and Coach Odoms came in there and was speaking, and everybody was looking like, man, we ready to play a game, and we just fans, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, you know, sometimes certain guys got that energy, and you know, it's infectious. So you know, like I said, I like to hear that, man. And you know, like I said, I'm looking forward to seeing what everybody got in store this season.
Cedric, that they Coach Cozy addressed that like 2 weeks ago about that monitoring that practice time. He said it's actually kind of benefiting them a little bit because it's getting them out of that heat a little bit earlier, and they've been able to condense some of the practices, and they know that they got to move quick and get through the things that they have to get through. But it's he said it seems to have helped with the you know, saving them from some of the heat that we've been having down here in Florida.
Y'all practice late?
We practice in the morning. They practice 5, 6 a.m. early in the morning. But you know, it be extra humid. It might be 90 degrees, but the sun don't be up.
Oh yeah.
Down here.
Yeah, we Southern practice at 8 o'clock, 7:30, 8 o'clock at night. So everything, you know, at least try to get it to cool off something. But you know, I think that works because, you know, so many early games in the season are night games, and that was always one of the problems Southern used to have under Odoms. Like, for whatever reason, the guys were not prepared for night games. You know, they used to practice early in the morning and then just not be focused. Well, not really focused, but just not prep right, I guess. So we'll see if that helps, you know. Your body clocking there, all of that, you know. So we'll see, you know, we'll see what happens. What's up, Big Soldier? What's going on?
Hey, what's up? What's up, fellas? How y'all doing? How everybody doing?
Doing good, man.
For sure.
But I get like I said, man, I had the opportunity to go to the Fan Fest on Saturday, man. You know, got out the house for a minute. Pretty good turnout. I think you know, had a lot of young kids there, which is always good to see. You know, trying to get that next generation to buy in, and you know, everybody. You know, we had volleyball, cross country, soccer. We're a soccer school, so the soccer team was there. Football, of course. And so, hey, we champs. We carrying the crown, man. So and Coach say we ready for another one. So Coach say we ready to take on all comers again. So I had a good time, man. You know, and then this year they did it different. Usually they had the scrimmage in the morning and then the fan day right after that. But this year they had the scrimmage at night. And so that, you know, that made it a little bit better, and the turf looked great. You know, they got Pete Richardson field on there now, so that made everything look great. Got the little Jaguar logo in the middle. I thought they did a good job. I've been monitoring their progress, building that thing, putting that thing together since they started. Hadn't really been able to get in the stadium to see it, but I thought it was good. They went about 45 minutes, and then they kicked everybody out, and they had a closed practice after that, so they was working. Nothing to see though, you know, nothing to see. I told a couple of coaches I wasn't gonna say anything to nobody. Nothing to see.
Yeah, I saw y'all field. It looked good. The SU in the middle with the Jaguar head in the kind of in the background underneath it. Looked good.
Yeah, I
don't like that track around the outside. That's
well,
I wish they could have got away with that. Huh?
Well, I said, what can you do at this point, man? The track,
right? Yeah, at least they hooked it up though. They hooked it up, but I'm just saying that's the only detraction.
Yeah, I mean, I you know, like I say, as a person that sit in the end zone, man, the track is like your worst enemy. When the teams get down about the 25, 30 yard line on the south end, you really can't tell where they at. You really just guessing. You know, it's like you kind of using the scoreboard and, you know, everything to kind of see where people at. But, you know, I just spent my whole life in that stadium, and, you know, I would love for them to have a separate facility, you know, and bring everything closer. But, you know, it is what it is at this point. So we just have to but to make do with it.
Yeah. But yeah, they was getting on Coach Coles at the 220 club meeting. They was grilling him. But he used to it. They grilling the offensive coordinators, defensive line coach. They were grilling him.
What they were grilling them about? Just general?
Just trying to find out who the quarterback was going to be or is going to be. And, but they wouldn't give it up. But you could, you can kind of tell just if you can read in between the lines, you can kind of tell who is. It's down to about 3 dudes now.
Hey, you remember what I said
last decision soon.
You remember what I said last week? What's up, JB, man? What's going on, man? Thank you for tuning in. Man, what's up? What's everybody out there holding it down? You remember what I said last week, though? I said they was at 5 last week. I said they're gonna be at 3 this week, and next week y'all have y'all guys. So when we come on the air on Thursday, they're gonna have a starting quarterback name. Trust me, I'm calling it, man. I'm calling.
That's what he said. That's what he said.
I'm calling it.
Is the 220 club the OG strike zone?
No. 220 Club is a booster organization. They sponsor a training table for the team. For not just football, for athletics. They do a lot of things for athletics outside of what the athletic department does. They rent this big cooling facility for practice for the in the summer and during this fall. Camp. They got this big iced out cooling facility that the players, when they go in, they can take their breaks in there. They sit down in the air condition for 6-7 minutes or whatever to cool down. I'm sure all y'all remember family trying to cool down in the kiddie pools and all that stuff back in the day with ice and stuff. So they got that. They do that. They help them with money on trips as far as softball team and, when they be taking them bus rides and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, that's the separate organization.
Collective. Like I'm on like a collective.
Nah, they ain't paying. They don't pay no players. It go to the team itself. They're not paying any like if the Coach Crary came in there when he became the basketball coach and he came to the 220 club meeting and they asked him if he needed, what he needed, if he needed anything. He was like, honestly, today I need 3 iPads for my coaches so we can this, that, and the third, with the player draw play.
Kind of like Blue Bingo at JSU.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Willie came and asked for, I forget what Willie asked for, but they, Willie was asking the scouting software. I forget. They got something similar to Huddle where they can pull up the play and this, that, and kind of look at players. And they pretty much get that money that day. They had that meeting on Wednesdays, but once they asked for it, they put out that call. Them checks and donations start coming in. They get it. They bought a drone. They do things like that.
Okay. Shout out to the 220 club. Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Coach Curry should have came in and asked somebody to find him an extra year somewhere.
He found his extra year.
He found it, but he had to go to the country to find it though.
Yeah,
he found it.
He could have stayed. We offered him a contract. He ain't want that. That he had a choice, and he did what most people would have did. Took the more money. So he got to live with that country thing. He got to live with that. You see, Charlie Ward signed a 4-star guard.
Oh, I see.
Class 26. Huh?
I see him working, man. That guy, man. That guy is gonna be great. He got the right personality for all that stuff, man. A hardworking guy. He humble. He know the game. I can spend a long time just throwing praise on him. But obviously, whenever he come in a mini dome, I'm trying to make sure that they leave with another spanking. And the same thing when we go in that nice gym of y'all. try to get another sweep. But you know, other than that, I wish him luck on the other 16 games. You know.
Yeah.
But
well, he working. That's all I can say. He working.
But we're gonna keep it football here because we know that that's what everybody here for. And like I say, football is right around the corner, and we're gonna do a little over under here, man. You know, I'm a person that like to dabble in in some wagering here and now. So I like over unders, and so we're gonna do win totals, man. I'm gonna throw out a number, and y'all tell me if y'all think it's gonna be more or less. And we just gonna start randomly. I was gonna go alphabetically, but we're gonna just start randomly. And I'm gonna start with Valley. I got Valley at 1.5. Basically, I that's projecting them to win a game, and then there's a toss-up game on their schedule, in my opinion. So, y'all got them over or under 1.5?
I got them over. I got them over. You know what wins I got them with? I had them beat Lincoln, and I have them beating Southern the first game. I think that's gonna be.
Man, I'm about to stop this stream, bro. Now, don't come in here with that foolishness, man. I'm about to end the stream. I knew you were gonna. I knew somebody was gonna say that. They ain't about to beat Southern, man. Let's.
We don't know. You just never know. I think it's gonna be one of them Stump Mitchell games for some odd reason. C. Wills and you my dog, but I got a feeling, man.
I'm gonna let you ride because you my boy. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you ride because you my boy. But
y'all say I'm tripping, but I'm so. I think that's my bold predicament for the season. I think they're gonna trip Southern up. I don't know why.
Hey, we're gonna mark that down. We're gonna mark that down.
I know a lot of people happen, but I gotta. I hope it don't happen, but that's my prediction.
Well, you didn't put it in the atmosphere now, so we gotta go with it. I'm a person that believe in superstitions and karma and stuff. So you didn't put it in the atmosphere. So if one of their quarterbacks go down, man, we're not responsible. Okay.
Don't say that.
I'm not wishing no injury on nobody, man. I'm just saying, but
I say they got I got 2 in a possible on Valley. Now where they come from, I don't know. Just I know they're not beating FAMU, but they I figure they should beat Lincoln, right? That's their homecoming game, if I'm not mistaken. And then I want to say they play Bethune.
Yeah.
And then the toss-up game is do they have Pine Bluff on the schedule?
No, they don't play them this year.
Oh,
this
okay.
Is their
oh, I know. Somebody traveled there. I forget who it is. Traveled to I want to say
Texas Southern. They got Texas Southern.
No, Alabama A&M traveled down there.
Yeah.
One of them don't get beat. No. Yeah. I don't know, but I got them a possible 3 possibly. But so I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna go over the 2.
I've been juggling it a lot, and I really don't want to pick them to have 1 win, so I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna go 2 because I think the last time they played Bethune in Bethune, they beat them. So I think they can. I don't know what Bethune gonna be. I think Coach Woody about to be up out of here. So at that point in the season, it might be over with. And so they could possibly beat somebody that we don't expect. Like I said, I'm not gonna say they can't because I don't have no clue what the hell Valley is. I don't even know who they got on their team. So for all I know, they got a Monstars on their team, and they could be waiting in Rice Titan Stadium to ambush everybody. So until I see them in person, I'm not gonna totally write them off. But I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna give them 2. One of them 2 ain't gonna be Southern though, so that's that. But I'm gonna leave it at that.
It's gonna be Jackson.
I mean, it's a possibility. We hadn't played well up there in Valley last 2 seasons that we done went up there. It's always a possibility that you don't take them serious.
Yeah, that's the thing. You know, with a team like that, and I'm gonna say this, they're gonna be fired up that first game. Is the first game. They ain't had a home game to open up the season, and I don't know how long.
No, right.
New coach. That's gonna be the first game on SWAC TV, the first one ever. That, you know what I'm saying? They already hyping it up. They got their 2 or 3 people hyping everything up. You know, and we do not play really well up there. Honestly, we don't. I going back through the years, you know, we ain't been up there since 15, but before that, we would struggle at Valley no matter what. So I'm not gonna say it's gonna happen. I'll leave it to my boy, you know what I'm saying? And that's the only reason why the show's still going on, is because that's my boy that said that. But
man, I just hope it don't happen. But man, like you said, Southern hadn't played well up there.
Yeah, I mean, and like I said,
you just don't know what you're running into.
And I'm gonna be real. A lot of Southern performance is gonna hinge on how they do Saturday. If they go out there and they get curb stomped, ain't no telling what their mentality gonna be like coming into that game, you know. But I will say this: if they lose, I think Southern got a better chance of winning, because Southern played better last season. They played better coming off of a loss than they did off of a win. So I would really be nervous about Valley if we win the game on Saturday, because then we have a habit of not being focused coming off of wins. But hey, never say never, man. You know, it is, you know.
Now if Valley come out there with Uncle Clifford and Lil Murder, it might be over with for Southern.
Nah, I'm gonna say this though: if they beat Southern, the rest of y'all better buckle up too, though.
Yeah, buckle up.
Don't be laughing too hard, because they gonna catch somebody else. But I like I say, I'm gonna see. You know, we'll find out real quick, man. We'll find out real quick. So we're gonna keep it.
Show. I would hate the after show that night.
Ain't gonna be no after show. ain't gonna be no after show. I set it up and y'all can come on, but I ain't gonna be here. There ain't gonna be no after show. There ain't gonna be no Sunday show. Shit, I might not come back to the next Sunday.
The bag of move to Baton Rouge. Bag of show up in Baton Rouge.
It gonna be empty chair. Y'all ain't gonna. I might be on the air, but y'all ain't gonna see me. Y'all ain't gonna see me. I might set my mic up in another room, and y'all ain't gonna see my face. But anyway, we ain't gonna put that bad karma in the air, man. I ain't gonna let that bad juju get on me right now. We're gonna stick with the east side, man. We're gonna go with Bethune-Cookman. I got them at 2.5. I don't know. I got them at 2.5, but I don't even think I didn't even predict them to get there. So what y'all think?
I had Bethune at what did I write them down? I wrote it down. Shoot, I say Bethune was going 3-9.
3-9? All right.
Yeah.
What about you, Big Soldier?
I know they ain't finna win their first couple. Only wins I see is probably if would be Valley and whoever else they play a D2?
Yeah, they play Edward Waters. But Edward Waters got Dooley now. So
yeah, that'll be their 2 wins.
I don't know. Dooley might come in there and run the score.
I think Grambling traveled to Daytona.
Yeah, no, they go to Grambling.
Oh, they go to Grambling.
Yeah, they Grambling went out there last year.
Maybe Bama State go down there. They gonna clip somebody in Daytona. Is my feeling.
We go down there. So y'all might well pick Bethune to beat us, and y'all picking Valley to beat us. They
gonna clip somebody in Daytona. That's all I believe. But I don't see no more than 3 wins for them.
Yeah, I think without upsets. I think without upsets, I think 3 is the max without no upsets, because that gives you Edward Waters, Valley, and Pine Bluff. You know, and all 3 of those games at home. So you should play well in those games, because none of them teams play well on the road. You really gonna have to, you got to go to Jackson State, you got to go to Bama State. You got FAMU in Orlando. You got Alabama in them and Southern at home. Who knows? But like you say, them first 3 games gonna be, them first 2 games for sure.
Yeah.
If they don't survive them first 2 games health wise, the season going down the drain, all the way down the drain.
Yeah. You got to play everybody and save your. Try and save your people. Can't
So let me ask y'all this. Let's say in their first 6 games, they 1-5, and they only win is Edward Waters. I don't know how Bethune-Cookman fans carry themselves. I just remember last year I snuck in that Twitter space they had, and they was raising all kind of hell. But 1-5. What's Coach Woody's status?
He gonna finish the season. He'll finish the season. Yeah, he gonna finish the season. I don't think they're gonna fire him in the middle of the season. I don't think they'll do that.
So
what they gonna do then? You know, that's just like selling it away. If you do, I mean, at least they got a chance. He been working with the dudes all summer long. If you run him off in the middle of the year, you know you're gonna lose all the rest of them games. Unless you got somebody on staff that's ready to take over and push them to the next level or something. And all y'all Bethune-Cookman people dreaming about Teddy Bridgewater. He played for the Bucks. Play for the Bucks now.
That man ain't coaching no college football, man. That man still got NFL dreams, man. That man is not. That man might not coach no more since what they did to him at Northwestern, man. He might be sour on coaching.
At least high school. He might end up in college.
They did that man dirty, man. They did that man so dirty, man.
That was wrong, yeah. But I get him 3. I'm gonna say 3. I'll say 3.
I think they get the 3. Let's go Texas Southern. I got Texas Southern with 6.
I see Texas Southern with 6 and a possible. Texas Southern gonna be sneaky good. They was right there last year. They were right,
let me look at their schedule.
They was right there without the quarterback that they wanted. You know what I'm saying? The quarterback got hurt in the first game of the season, and they played the rest of the season with guys who they really didn't want. So they got
TSU beating Prairie View. I still got TSU beating Prairie View in that first game.
I believe that too.
I don't really want to talk about them dudes a lot because they don't really want you to talk about them, but they want you to talk about them. But that game is not no given. TSU gonna be hungry. They finally got an opportunity to put a streak together. We're gonna find out a lot about both of them teams in that first game. I'm gonna put it that way. They, like I said, they should have beat Lamar last year. They had a couple of touchdowns called back. We'll see, what kind of chance they got there. They got Valley and Pine Bluff back to back. You make it out of that, you in good shape. Grambling, you beat them last year. Of course it's in the hole, but you might be able to win that. You got Lynchburg, that's an automatic win. The end of the season is a little bit dicey because you got Alcorn, Bama State, and Southern on the road, both of them games on the road, and Alabama and them. But the last 2 years, you didn't went to overtime with Southern, so ain't no guarantee, and you beat them the 2 years before, so ain't no guarantee for Southern in that game. Bama State gonna be interesting. Alabama and them could be a big game at the end of the season. So I do like them with 6, man. I could see 7, but I like 6 for sure.
I definitely like 6 too. I can see 6.
Like you say, that first game is gonna tell a lot, and depending on how well Alcorn is, that could be I think they should beat Alcorn, but I don't know how good Alcorn is and how well they'll be playing at that time,
Yeah, like I say, it shapes up well for them. Like I said, they got they got a nice little run that they could go on in the middle of the season, and if they can, make it through, health is going to be important for this team because they haven't really had a lot of depth in recent years. They have talent, but they don't have a lot of depth. If they can get their depth right, I think they can keep them in some of them games later in the season, and get them opportunity to make a move. But I think like Coach Dishman had his boots on the ground at media day, so we'll see.
He was wearing. He had his. He was a little attitude. He had a little.
He had a little attitude
about him. Yeah. Yeah.
So we're gonna keep it in Texas, and I'm gonna go ahead and get them out the way because, like I said, them. Hey, before we go too far, because I want to speak on it here because I don't want to be accused of talking about them any other time. Can I say a couple things? Before we go into this win total?
It's your show.
Well, it's our show. But first off, how many of y'all ever heard 616 in LA by Kendrick Lamar? Y'all heard that song?
Yes.
You know how it start off where he be like, I smell somebody lying. I think somebody lying. Somebody lying out there. Somebody is telling untruths and trying to stand on business and saying they speaking facts. Somebody said Prairie View led the country in attendance in 2016. Well, first they said 2017, then they corrected to 2016. And the lie detector test determined that was a lie. You ain't got the lie, Craig. You ain't got the lie. Bro, y'all act like people who ain't never had nothing before, bro. The season is almost here. I don't want to hear no more nothing. Y'all making AI recruits. Y'all lying on attendance. Y'all doing all of this and all of that. Man, just leave it alone, bro. Just leave it alone. Made a whole show to talk about everybody else and dispel lies, and you spit a big lie in the middle of your show. I still got love for y'all, man. Don't get me wrong. I still got love for y'all. But this family, this is how I treat my family. So y'all, I got family members that don't talk to me no more because this is how I talk to them. So if y'all, whatever, but that's all, man. Y'all want people to talk about y'all, but y'all don't want people to talk about y'all. I don't know what to do. So I just put it all here, and y'all can say whatever y'all want. I'll be one of them imaginary haters y'all got. Y'all be talking about all these people hating on y'all, but I look at y'all posts, y'all got like 2 likes and 2 retweets. Where it at? So I'm going to leave it at that. I do love you, coach, though. I do love you, coach. And you got mad because I said y'all going to win 6 games, and then you said your schedule ain't easy, but then you told me your schedule was easy. So because I had y'all at 6.5, and y'all feel like y'all should be more than that because y'all schedule is manageable. So what it is. But anyway, I'm gonna leave that alone, man. Like I said, I didn't want to really go there, but I had to a little bit. It's all, like I say, man. It's all love. But I got them at 6.5, man. I'm gonna keep it there because I think they got an opportunity to put some things together, but I don't think they're gonna be where they think they're gonna be at. Now, if I'm wrong, I'll come out and say I'm wrong. But that's where I stand.
I think you're about right. I see them at 6-6. The ceiling will be 7-5, but I don't expect them to do that. Now, I haven't really looked at all the way through all the whole complete schedule. I just know they got some tough games in there, but they don't play they don't play Jackson. They don't play Fam. So, I mean, they got Southern. So, but that first game is gonna tell a lot. If they lose first game, that's gonna set their season. That'll set the course for this season.
Like I say, it could all come together for them. Like I said, I ain't gonna sit here and act like that it can't come together because it ain't like the West is super tough. And like you say, they don't have to work. They don't have to play Jackson State off FAMU. They get Bama State at home. That helps. Alabama and them could be an interesting game. And they, and I'm gonna throw them a bone. The last 2 times they came to Mumford, they won. But they ain't won. Other than that, they ain't won that very often. But
didn't the 2 coaches meet up in division in the last year? And
Coach
Jackson
Shade
won, right?
Coach Jackson. Yeah, well, yeah, it'd be the brakes off of Miles.
I'm giving them the edge. I'm giving him the edge in that game because I think. Well, I don't know what he got at quarterback, but I'm gonna just give him the edge in that game. I don't think Alabama A&M got their quarterback situations straightened out.
They say they do, but you know that's you know I don't really pay attention when people say that they didn't work the problem out. You don't know you worked the problem out until you play a game. I said in a couple of scrimmages 2 years in a row, like, damn, Southern got a quarterback, they're gonna kill us SWAC. And it ain't happened. You know what I'm saying? So you know what you seeing, like my mama always say, my mama be like, they playing against their own team. You know, if you don't, you know what I'm saying, you don't make some plays against your own team, then who, you know, then what's what. But like I said, I do think you have to give them credit for the work that they did put in, and you have to treat them as a dangerous opponent. You gotta understand that if they put this thing together, they can win more than 6 games if they put some things together. I don't think they're gonna finish lower than that though, you know.
And it depends on what type of team Bama State show up. That's another question, you know. I really don't know what they expect out of them yet.
Yeah, so like I said, everybody got questions, and I, you know, I'm one of the people, man. I mean, it ain't up to me to go wild over your team. That's for y'all. But you know, I respect the work they putting in, and like I say, now if they do get hot early, you got to look out. I'm gonna put it that way, and that's how I'm gonna play it. But you know, like I said, I don't need all that extra stuff. Y'all ain't got to prove nothing to me. Y'all ain't got to keep telling me this and keep telling me that. You know, it's gonna in a couple weeks we're gonna know everything. So that's my mentality. But you know, like I said, I think they're gonna be a tough out. You know, I don't think they're gonna be a pushover by no means. So, you know, I think if you beat them, you're gonna have to really work to beat them. Now, next year could be the year that they be dangerous. But it can happen now. So we're Big Soldier, did you say what you thought they was? Because I've been talking too much on this one.
I say 5 and 7.
Man, they're gonna get you. they gonna swarm you. all 12 of them gonna swarm you.
I don't.
Hey, they got a chance to show up. They got a chance to dispel all of them.
That's one of the 3 I've ever seen. On Twitter.
They got a couple more that started lurking, but they gonna pop up on you. So let's go with I'm gonna save all our teams for last. So let's go with let's stick with Bama State. I got the Hornets at 8.5.
I think that's why I had them up there high too. I got them up there. Oh, I keep losing my page. I had them up high too with like 8 wins. I don't know why I believe it's that high, but
now that's
yeah. I got them with at least 7 wins, at least 7 and 5. I don't know where they're coming from. I just got check marks down here. I was looking at the schedule and just marking off, but yeah.
I mean, you know,
they're not beating FAMU again. We're gonna beat them again this year. They come to Tallahassee, so that won't be one. But they got 3 losses.
I look at their conference schedule as a 2-game season. I look at it as a 2-game season. You have to Jackson State and FAMU is the 2 games that determine your season. You have, you know what I'm saying? You have to win at least one of them games to be in the hunt. If you lose both of them games, then you really out of it.
Right.
You know, you play Southern, but that ain't a conference game, so they give you opportunity to kind of put some things together and see what's working. You know, Miles should be, you know, not where they've been. So you got Bethune at home, you got Texas Southern at home, you got Pine Bluff at home, you got Valley and Mobile. So that's basically a home game. You know, you got Alabama in the match of the Classic. That's going to be interesting. And Tuskegee, so they have a lot of games that they can win, and they don't lead a state.
Losing to Texas Southern. I think that's one of the losses. Texas Southern, FAM, and Jackson. I think that's the losses I got for them.
I don't think they're gonna beat FAMU nor JSU though, because if they lose to FAMU, it's game over anyway. They done struck out.
Yeah, like I said, they have a 2-game season, and they don't travel much. Where their longest trip is they do got to go to Prairie View, but they don't leave the state of Alabama, but like 4 times. So they don't. Yeah, they don't have to travel out of Alabama much to play this season. 8 of their 12 games is in the state of Alabama. So if you want to win games, this is the time that you do it. But a lot of this is gonna hinge on what that defense is, and I know my boy JB high on his Hornets, and I had a chance to have him on the show, and he was like, y'all gonna look out, they got something for us, and I want to, like I said, that defense is anywhere near where they were last year and the year before. Then they, I think they fine, because I think the offense gonna be better this season than what they've been. So I do think that they got an opportunity, but you got to win at least one of the 2 road games in the East, one of them 2 road games against the other 2 contenders in the East.
Yeah, well, they travel to both of them games.
I can see 9 wins though.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible now. Like I said, I think a lot of it is just gonna hinge on how they play on defense.
They're gonna clip up, man. All of these teams is gonna slip up one game that they're not supposed to lose. That's just how I feel, including FAMU. That's just I don't know until I see the real consistency or whatever, or how the teams are playing. Just on the outside looking in, I figure everybody gonna have that. Like Jackson had that slip up last year against Grambling, like FAM had against Valley. I just believe that's gonna happen.
Yeah, I think I just think the way things work out for everybody, you do have to be focused every week. Like the SWAC is so topsy-turvy that you can play a team that, I mean, hell, we went 5 overtime with Bethune-Cookman. We should have we played a horrible game. Like I said, I know a lot of people ain't really see that game, but we played a horrible game offensively in that game. Defensively, we played probably one of our best games. They barely moved the ball, but we could not get out our own way on offense. And if you let a team hang around, anything could happen. We were inches from losing that game. Matter of fact, in the 3rd overtime, I think it was, the dude for Bethune-Cookman caught the ball at the 1 and fell down. So, because the quarterback threw it short, you know what I'm saying? He had to come back to the ball. He was wide open. We could have lost it right there. So, anything can happen in any given Saturday, man. Like I said, it's not a cliche in the SWAC. So, like you say, somebody gonna slip up. So we all pretty high on the Hornets. Let's go with their rival, man. Let's go with the Bulldogs. I got them at 5.
I got them at 4-8, 5-7. 4-8, 5-7. That's just what I believe with them. 4-8, 5-7.
I don't see no argument.
So I mean, they it's again, new coach. We don't really know what to expect. I mean, I know what Coach Shea, brings to the table. I know what he want to do, and they've been saying the defense is looking better. Again, it's hard to really tell, how your defense is, and playing against your own guys. But I do think they're gonna have a defensive focus that they didn't have under Coach Maynard, because he was allergic to defense. So I think they're gonna be more defensive focused and probably maybe run the ball a little bit more. Like I said, I just don't, I just don't know. They got opportunity to do something early. I mean, minus the Arkansas game, you got Alcorn at home, you go to Tennessee State and Lane, them, and Bethune-Cookman. So you got an opportunity if you could be 4-1 when you get to Jackson. Then that kind of ups your number because you play Valley after you play Jackson, so that puts you at 5 right there. And then Magic City Classic, who knows? You beat, they didn't beat Grambling a couple times in a row. So I like I said, I think if they can start fast, that number gonna go up. But if they start slow, then that number gonna be 5 or less.
Right. They got a who was that second game again?
Alcorn.
They gotta win that for sure. That's Alcorn is another question mark team for me. I haven't really heard a lot. I don't know what they expect out of them.
Let's stick with hey, good segue. We're gonna go straight to the Braves. I got them at 6. And it's possible for them to get more. Obviously, like a lot of us, quarterback is the issue. They got a lot, they still got some talent, but you're losing Xavier Vaughn, who really wasn't a great passer, but he was a hell of a runner. And you're losing Truck Griffin, who was a dude that could do a little bit of everything. You're losing Malachi Bailey, that's a big loss on your defense, but you're getting Stamarion Edwards back. So, that helps your defense. And I said, I think they're gonna be tough. I mean, Coach Thomas, he gonna have his guys ready. They trying to get more physical. They're trying to increase the size of their team. So I got them at 6. I mean,
who wins?
I got them under 6. Under.
And I'm gonna say, Blue say y'all all disrespecting Alcorn, man. He said y'all need to show the Braves a little bit more love. But
I'm sure Blue think we disrespecting Alabama A&M because I think Blue high on Alabama A&M.
Yeah, he kind of high on them, and like I say, Alcorn is his team. I think he didn't switch his purple and gold this year, but Alcorn is typically his team.
He guilty by association with that Alcorn shit.
Now, I'm gonna give Alcorn something that can help them out later in the season. They got Southern and Grambling at home back to back, and Southern do not play well at Alcorn. Southern do not play well in Lorman. Again, that's a historical place we struggle, and that could be one of them games that determine some things. And Grambling, it's been a close affair the last couple of years, so they got out. Again, they got an opportunity if they can find some consistency. If they can throw the ball this year, I think they'd be better.
Right.
I got them 7 wins.
I can see it.
7? Damn.
7.
I can see it.
I think what's gonna happen though, Alcorn gonna come out hot, but then they're gonna stumble like toward the end when because you got Jackson, Grambling, and Southern to end the season. That's probably one of the worst case scenarios you can have, and I don't think they're gonna get over that hump.
They, like I say, man, they really got a chance to be 3-1 early in the season. If they can get past Northwestern State and Alabama A&M,
which I think they can.
And then you got Mississippi State, but then you got Pine Bluff in Memphis. So if they come into conference play 3-1, then they got Prairie View at home and then Lincoln. So they got opportunity if they can put some things together. They could be 5-1 by the time they go to FAMU. And if they 5-1 going to FAMU, then all bets is off.
All the air coming out of that bubble. All of it.
I just want to know how y'all ain't played each other since 1982, man. That is crazy. Like, not even a random matchup anywhere. That and it's like the SWAC been stalling it.
I'm trying to think of the last time I've seen Alcorn play FAMU. It's been a while, man. Might have been. I don't even remember seeing. They might have came to Tallahassee one time while I was up there. But I hope they bring the Golden Girls to the game, to homecoming.
I'm about to research that, guys. I'm gonna see when the last time Alcorn played FAMU. I'm gonna go to history.
It's been a while.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so
all
right, well, we're gonna jump to the next one while you
They
while you
beat
do your
FAMU in
research.
Tallahassee. When was that, Israel? We had some sorry teams back in the day, so it's possible.
So let's go to Pine Bluff, man. I got them at 2.5.
The head ball coach, I got them with 2 wins, 1 and a possible. That's what I got for them.
1 and a possible. Me
Yeah.
too.
Y'all got to remember they playing Lincoln and that Westgate Christian High School. So that's 2 wins right there.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, well, I thought they had a regular SWAC schedule.
They got regular SWAC schedule, but then they play a Selfner Christian or Tampa Catholic or somebody. But you know what I'm saying? Like they playing Parkview Baptist. I don't know.
Okay, well then.
But
we gotta count them. I'll give them those 2 right there.
I almost want to take the 2 off, but
they're not beating. They're not gonna beat any SWAC teams. I don't think. I shouldn't be saying that because if I'm not mistaken, fam, you got to go up there. So I'm.
Yeah, y'all do. Y'all. Now they open the sketch. They open their season with Texas Tech and Central Arkansas. So
I think the last time FAMU played Alcorn was in '87.
I was up there then. I was in Tallahassee at that time.
Yeah, it was a good minute. Alcorn playing FAMU every year too.
Did who won? Israel say we lost. I know he gonna always say we lose. He got memory. He always can remember when we lose. He can't never remember when we win.
Now FAMU won 17-15 in '87.
Yeah, well, tell your boy that because he, you know.
And then now in '84, FAMU got the doors blowing 51-14.
Oh, 84. That was probably what that Rudy Hubbard was getting to get out of there.
National championship.
That was the 84. That was Richard Miles and all them dudes, man. They was loaded.
Yeah,
they beat that's the year they beat Valley, man, when in Jackson.
That was Rudy Hubbard was on the end of his tenure because Rudy Hubbard was FAMU head coach my freshman year in '85, and then after that he retired or whatever he did, and then that's when we got Ken Riley. But yeah, so Rudy was on the end of his tenure at that time, so it's possible. So let's get back to the Golden Lions because we got a Golden Lion here saying they're not gonna go winless in conference like we. I mean, like I said, the thing is, of course, and we've been saying it the whole show. You're gonna have to upset somebody at home to get because y'all haven't really played well on the road. I'm a trend guy. Y'all ain't really played well on the road. Y'all won 3 games last year. They all was at home. Y'all didn't look that great away from home.
Johnny, Johnny Thomas that dropped the $10 in the chat.
I know, man. Salute. We appreciate it, man. Thank you.
I know they got FAMU. I hate for that to be one of our losses, but I don't see that happening. I don't know who else they got that travel up to them to Pine Bluff.
Basically, they home schedule in conference is Grambling, Southern, and FAMU. Like I say, it's not to say that they can't win none of them games, but you know, I need to see a little bit more from them, to put some things together. They did have a good chance against Alcorn. I mean, that game should have been, y'all probably should have won that game. And y'all was up 6-0 against Southern, in the first quarter. I know Coach Hampton keep riding that horse to the wheel. No, they don't play Valley this year.
They got Bethune?
No, they this is their SWAC schedule. Alcorn, Texas Southern, Grambling. Yeah, they do play Bethune. Bethune, they gotta go to Bethune. Southern, FAMU, Prairie View, and Bama State. So yeah, they play Bethune-Cookman. that that's possible, but it's gonna take a road win to get it.
Yeah.
Can I ask y'all this question right
Stay
quick?
off the beach. Don't go to the beach.
Oh, go ahead.
Don't go to the beach.
I was looking at Alcorn's all-time record book, and it said in 2014 that they were the national black champions.
Who, Alcorn?
I thought it was the black college national champion. Yeah.
I guess they
were the national black champion.
They came up with something else. I do want to answer the question from Johnny Thornton. No, I'm not gonna be in Atlanta, man. My life is in shambles right now, man. Like I'm like basically like in a state of flux, trying to move and everything. So I'm basically confined to home games in the near future. So I'm not gonna be able to make it to Atlanta. But if they make it the second time, I'm gonna have to try to, even if I gotta walk, I'm gonna have to try to get there. But this time I'm not gonna be there.
I said you're gonna have a long walk.
Oh, if we make it to Atlanta again, it's worth the walk. They might be done playing by the time I get there, but it's worth the effort, man. It's worth the effort. But let's go ahead and make it through this, man, because as usual, we didn't win a little long. Let's go with Grambling. I got Grambling with 6.5.
I got Grambling with 5 wins, 6, 5 and a possible. I don't know where they're coming from, but they could go lose to Pine Bluff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, they can lose to Pine Bluff. They can get upset by somebody, but I do think Grambling gonna be better. You got to remember, last season they played a lot of close games. They lost them, but they played a lot of close games. So they really didn't get blowed out too often. If they could force turnovers like they did last season, then I think they're gonna be in good shape. And I got high hopes for my boy T-Set out there. So, if he can grow and avoid some of the mistakes he made last season, they could have a good thing going, man. They got Trey Bradford back too, so. They got some, I don't know where all their receiving weapons at, but they got some talent. But we'll see.
Go on, do my boys.
All right. Well, I got the Rattlers. What did I put them? I got them I got 8.
8 and 4. 8 and 4.
8 and 4.
Yeah. Long as we better than 7 and 5. 8 and 4 is the ceiling. I mean, is the floor.
What's the difference between 8 and 4 and 7 and 5? What's that ain't no big difference.
7 and 5 is what we was last year.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah,
I'm like 7. I mean, I like I said, I think 8 is. I think 8 is where y'all. I think.
Now I want to say 10 and 1, but I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna be realistic.
You gonna say that 10 win season when we get close when we do our show before week 1, huh?
Yeah.
So what about you, Big Soldier? What you got the Rattlers?
5 and 7.
Ooh, they gonna beat Valley?
5 and 7. They'll beat Valley, but they're gonna be 5 and 7.
No.
Well, whether it's 8
long as we beat Jackson. I'll take 5 and 7. Long as one of them 5 is over Jackson.
I'm so glad we're not on that list. I'm so glad Jerome don't care. I'm so glad he don't care if we one of them 5, one of them 7 or one of them 4. I'm glad he don't care about that. So we need to beat one of y'all. So we gonna go ahead and go to Southern. Our schedule is tough. You know what I'm saying? So we could be a better team with a worse record. I put 8, and that's like pulling teeth for me. But I said 8. A lot of it gonna depend on we're gonna have to play well at home. We got Bama State at home, we got Jackson at home, we got FAMU at home, we got Prairie View at home, and we got Texas Southern at home. we got to go minimum 4-1 at home.
No, that's a tough one right there.
It's tough.
I got y'all winning 7 games. I say y'all gonna win 7, and one of them gonna be over Jackson.
Man, Jerome, I knew you was a good dude, man.
What's up? I just want to be FAMU and brag. That's the only man I really want this year.
I'm glad y'all ain't. I'm glad ain't neither one of y'all considering Southern a big game, so we can beat one of y'all.
No, in actuality, I know it's gonna be tough for us to keep winning, like a win streak alive against Bama State and against Southern, and winning all them times in a row, as many as we have, in recent years. So that's got me a little apprehensive going into them games. But it just depends on what we look like against Howard, and then I'll feel better about us. I'll know better.
So Big Soldier, what you got Southern? I know you got us losing the Valley, so that's one loss. What the rest of it you got us?
I can see Southern going 8-4-75 and winning the West.
7-5. We go 6-2 and win the West. That as long as we win, we can win the division. We can win the championship at 7-5. I'm fine, man. Like I said, the schedule is tough though. Having to play Jackson and FAMU all the time, unlike a lot of these people, it's tough, man. Y'all, a lot of people get to duck that. If we don't even get to duck Jackson when they're not even a conference game, they make sure that we play them. So
right.
we don't get to duck.
Same thing with FAMU. They plastered us together like because we ain't supposed to be on each other's schedule every year like that.
Yeah, y'all can roll off any day.
They not gonna do it though. They not gonna do it.
Y'all, we stuck together.
Yeah,
we stuck together.
It's because of the bands, like I was saying last. It's the whole everything. And Will, you see, Mississippi Valley thinking about moving that game back to Mississippi because
you see what's about to happen
if they play in Atlanta.
They say I saw somebody from Valley say they bringing $25K to Atlanta. They say Atlanta, they home.
Yeah, right.
Y'all bringing $25K to Atlanta, but can't bring $10K.
If they are. That'd be Bonds. Be done recruited them all, have them all in sweatsuits, instruments. And that's the only way they're gonna get 25,000 people. Bonds gonna recruit them and have them in the band. That's the only way. He can't recruit a big band.
Hey, that's gonna be one of them games. They're gonna announce the week we playing in Itabena. Y'all didn't spend all that money to go to Atlanta. We playing in Itabena. We didn't move the game back.
Yeah, I think it's real. I don't know. I've been seeing online. They talking about they ain't got no date, no tickets, no this, that, and the third.
But I thought I saw somewhere that they were supposed to make some kind of announcement today. But I don't know. Like I said, that's kind of that's kind of janky to me. But we'll see. Well, we got
They'll be better off playing in Mississippi. At least it won't be no FAMU people there.
They could make y'all go to Jackson, and then they still ain't gonna bring a lot of people. But they could make y'all go to Jackson and play at 1:00 in the afternoon, sitting in that hot sun.
Why they want to do that? Because they don't go to their own game. So what they think? We gonna come fill up Jackson Stadium for them?
Well, they
that ain't gonna happen.
Whatever it is, they get paid, so they don't care. They just want to get the dollar.
Jackson people ain't gonna come.
They'll come to see y'all lose the Valley again. I bet if y'all play Valley in Jackson, they gonna have a lot of Jackson people that'll see if y'all gonna lose the Valley again. I bet you.
Hey, well, that might be their gimmick. We'll be getting Jackson fans to show up and with they blue and white on, we'll be playing against people.
They're gonna give out green shirts.
Bring Alcorn in there too. Line all three of y'all up.
They gonna give out green. They gonna give out green shirts at the gate so everybody look like a Valley fan. Green and red shirts, excuse me, because I know y'all got y'all lit green too. Green and red shirts for y'all, so everybody look like they from Valley. But
we're gonna get the big Blue Bengals. What the Blue Bengals? What you got for them? 12-0.
I got 10. They play 11 games, so I got them at 10-1.
10-1. Damn. That ain't gonna. It's too bad. 10-1 ain't gonna get them in the SWAC championship game. That's a bad thing. Maybe that'll get them in the FCS playoffs.
So you saying they're gonna beat Southern Miss and lose a SWAC game?
They're gonna lose the fam.
I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all know I don't really curse on this show, but that's the most SWAC shit I ever heard in my life.
Man, I'm telling you.
You win an FBS game and then don't win your division, man. Come on,
man. It's too bad. That FBS win to get them in the playoffs, and then they'll get a chance to put their big stadium to use. Fill it up, blue and white, or however they gonna do.
Oh man, we probably should have said that one for earlier in the show. If I knew Jerome was gonna say that.
It's SWAC Smoke, man. You can't let them cats off the hook.
Oh, you never do.
I really hope FAMU like undefeated by the time we come to FAMU, so we can eliminate y'all in Tallahassee.
There you go, bringing up history. Will Wallace, there you go, bringing up history.
History is important, man. History is important. There
you go. Get out your almanac. He looking out back in the old ancient books.
All that matters, man. All that matters. Like I said, I've been learning a lot this last week. History is very important. What you did 80 years ago matters a lot, man. So, they got y'all number, man. Let's just,
yeah,
they got y'all number. So I don't want to see. I don't want to see y'all both be undefeated when y'all play. I want to see one of y'all have a SWAC loss. So, but it'd be a damn good week of talk if y'all both be playing for the East. I know that much.
We playing for the East. Y'all already know that. We playing for the East. That's why I'm jabbing at their butts now, because that's what we do with each other, back and forth.
If both them teams come into that game undefeated in conference, y'all can talk the whole show. I'm sitting here eating popcorn that whole show. I'm just going to enjoy.
I don't have nothing to say. I ain't got nothing to say. That week before that game, I'm gonna just go radio silent. I ain't saying nothing. I'm doing all of my talking now. That week before, they gonna be coming off a loss to Grambling, so they gonna want to be quiet too.
Well, Jerome coming with that heat at the end of the show. I should have did this one first, because Jerome
Cedric's 42-0. Dang.
Oh,
it ain't 40 no more. It's 40 deuce now, huh, Cedric?
I really hate to end the show like this, man.
Cedric say JSU by 40 deuce. All right.
Ooh, man, boy. That man gonna have something to say about the Blue Bengals.
Somebody got to talk about them. They be walking around like bullets. You know what I mean? Only person to say something to him is Crook. I ain't seen him in the chat. He don't want to put them back in their place.
They got their hands full with the purple and gold people. So them 3 or 4 people be bringing that heat to them.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, we gonna go ahead and wrap this one up, man. Like I said, I thank y'all for tuning in, man, and of course, thank you to everybody in the chat, man. Y'all keep us going. I gotta try to wrap up these previews in the next 4 or 5 days, so y'all keep it locked here. For that, of course, we're gonna have something next week about the MEAC SWAC Challenge, predictions in the whole 9. So y'all keep it locked, and we will catch y'all next week.